The next question that we have to find out is, consider the following pairs. There is wildlife, some names are given, and then naturally found where is the second category. The first one is blue-finned mahseer, second is Airavati dolphin, third is rusty spotted cat. Okay. And as you can see, both of them are given rivers. So let's assume that, okay, yeah, bluefin mahseer is a fish. Okay. We do not know much of it. When you look at the general names of it, Airavati, if you are familiar, is a river, but not in India. Okay. It is a river that is there in your Myanmar region. Now, they have called a species Airavati dolphin. And they are saying it's occurring in Chambal, which is in the middle of our country. It's at the center point of our country. There's no way that the dolphin would have swam from all the way from Airavati to the, Bay of Bengal and come to this place. You do find Airavati dolphin in India, but not at Chambal river. More towards the eastern coast of certain areas, especially if you've heard, there is a lake called as your Chilika Lake, which occurs in Odisha. There you do see Airavati dolphin, but not in your Chambal river. So now you can eliminate 2. When you eliminate 2, it's a good day when you can find the answer in such a quick manner, because what happens over here is you have your blue-finned mahseer and your rusty spotted cat. They have turned out to be correct. Just a pointer for you guys. So in this question, we talked about the blue-finned mahseer and we said Kaveri river. Okay, that is a correct thing. I have a task for you. I just want you to understand there are several other kinds of mahseer fish. One of them being your golden mahseer. Just go and find out where this fish occurs in and mention it in the comments below. Okay, so that I also get to know that you've seen the session and you are trying to get information from here. Okay, in case you have no idea about where it is, I request you to watch the previous species videos that I have put out on our channel. You have I think in 2023, we put out a lot of videos saying the top 10 species, the top, the top 5, top 10, top 20 species that are there. If you do not find the answer anywhere else, just go find out from those videos. Moving forward, the next question is, it's a 3-pronged one. It's asking about different things. Consider the following statements. Asiatic lion is naturally found in India only. Double hump camel is naturally found in India only. One-horned rhinoceros is naturally found in India only. So I know at this point, there's a lot of institutes out there who teach students, like, if you see only and it's an absolute statement, you have to, most likely it will be wrong. But sometimes there are certain facts where it might occur in India only. Let's see out of this if any of those are correct, and some of it has to be correct because they have not given an option which says none of these. I'm going to pick the one that is very quite obvious to me. Okay, double humped camel. Look, think about it. It's a Bactrian camel, right? Bactrian camel. The double humped camel is otherwise called as a Bactrian camel. If such a beautiful species occurs anywhere in our country, we would have had anywhere in the sense that at least in a wide area that is there, and it occurs, if that's occurring only in India, obviously we would have heard about the conservation about it, the different national parks created for it, wildlife sanctuaries created for it, etc. But that's not the case. Why? Because your Bactrian camel is not a camel that primarily occurs only in India. It occurs in your very cold desert kind of areas. In India, it actually occurs, even if it's there, it occurs only in this one place called as Nubra Valley. So this is not a species that is found in India only. It's found all around the world. In India, its populations are quite less. Okay, so I'm going to eliminate 2 from here. If I eliminate 2, I am left with 1 only, 1 and 3. Now again, one-horned rhino is naturally found in India only. We know, see, when it comes to one-horned rhino, there are different kinds of one-horned rhino. There is a great one-horned rhinoceros. There's a Javan one, there's a Sumatran one, there are different kinds of it. So, if they are saying one-horned rhino is naturally found in India only, that is wrong, because you have a lot of other areas where you have the one-horned rhinoceroses. You have it in your, what you say, Southeast Asian countries. Here you have your great one-horned rhino. So, that third statement also goes. The Asiatic lion, on the other hand, is naturally found in India only primarily in the Gir forest area. I have previously also told you this. It is reared by the Maldharis of this area. Reared in the sense not the lion, the area around it, the grazing lands and everything, so that they promote it very well. That promotes the herbivore species over there. This creates the prey for the lion, and thus the lion gets preserved. The answer to the specific question is A, one only. Moving forward to the next question. Again, it's that some species kind of a thing. Consider the following statements. Some species of turtles are herbivores. Yes, you have a lot of leaf-eating, grass-eating turtle species. Some species of fish are herbivores. That is also true. Some species of marine animals are herbivores. Again, we know of so many marine mammals that are herbivores. Some species of snakes are viviparous. This is where you have to understand. Viviparity primarily means the ability of a younger creature to achieve complete development in the mother's body, and then the process of birth happens. So, you will have a gestation period. In the gestation period, the child grows within the mother's body, takes the nutrition, reach to complete development, as in all the organ development happens, and then it comes out. This is viviparity. As opposed to oviparity, wherein the younger one is given out in some form of an egg or something. The rest of inside, it is not yet, it's a small tiny fetal form that is there. In that egg, outside with the warmth and everything, what happens? The rest of the growth of that organism happens. Okay. Now, snakes are very popularly known to be oviparous, egg laying reptiles. But even amongst them, some are viviparous. Okay. So, here very obviously your answer is D. And that's not because all the statements they said some. You have to read the statements, you have to think logically, is that possible? And then factually, when you do find an answer, is where I have concluded that yes, 1, 2 and 3 and 4 is possible. So, the answer is D. Moving forward to the next question, this is about the elephant species. With reference to the Indian elephants, consider the following statements. The leader of an elephant group is a female. The maximum gestation period can be 22 months. An elephant can normally go on calving till the age of 40 years only. Among the states in India, the highest elephant population is in Kerala. So, again, based on the last census that is there, something that can be very clearly said is, see, we have a lot of states in India that have elephant populations. You have Kerala, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, northeastern India, all of these areas have elephant populations. But if you look at the total elephant population, the state which has the highest elephant population is Karnataka. Okay, it's not Kerala. This eliminates this one and this one. Now you are left with 1 and 2, 3 only. 1 and 2 and 3 only. This is where, again, I told you, what kind of a question is this? This is a question, it's an in-depth question on a star species. I told you there are certain star species for UPSC, and this is, the Indian elephant is one such star species. You have to know everything about it. Okay, so that is, you cannot compromise on it, because otherwise they'll give an in-depth question. You will have to see, it's not, you might even spend your time, come to a conclusion, and take another maybe 10-15 minutes in the back of your mind and maybe come to the right answer. But solving these kind of questions with much accuracy in the first go itself can help you use that time for a much more difficult question. This is the reason why these star species, for example, the lion, the great Indian bustard, the Indian elephant, the tiger, these are species that you have to know in and out. So yes, the leader of an elephant group is a female, and the maximum gestation period can be 22 months. Yes, elephant is one mammal species that has the longest pregnancy period, and because of this itself, maybe a female elephant can give birth to 4 calves or something in its entire lifetime. Okay. Now, when you look at it like that, because that limitation is there in that manner, because gestation period is really long, you also see that the elephant can go on creating calves until the age of 75. Okay. So, this is wrong. Statement 1 is correct, 2 is correct. The answer to this question is 1 and 2 only. Moving forward to the next question, with reference to India's biodiversity, Ceylon frogmouth, coppersmith barbet, grey-chinned minivet, and white-throated redstart are amphibians, reptiles, primates, birds. Okay. Now, when this question was asked, there were a lot of people who used several clues. For example, I remember a student who had told me, like, in some class of his lower standards, he had read a poem about the barbet birds. And he saw the word barbet and he didn't know anything other than that. But then he was like, okay, barbet is a bird, so yes, it could be a bird. There are some other people who thought about a logic which said white-throated redstart. Throat is something that you don't see in your, when it comes to reptiles and amphibians, you do not see that body part being described in that manner. So, they eliminated reptiles and amphibians, and then what you have left behind is birds and primates. Primates are what we are. We are not normally named in this manner. Ceylon frogmouth, grey-chinned, coppersmith, white-throated. It's normally named as, maybe it's a hula gibbon. Yeah. But is that a full description of it? No. So here, this general descriptive naming is a tendency seen in your birds, and the answer to this question is A.